listing system. So I'm going to go through some material that I originally put together for the first iteration of Real Estate B School. And I want to unpack sort of the mentality. You've got to build a listing system as a way, like it's the same way no matter what. Even if it's my best friend or my mom that's listing her home, I tell my mom to call the office. True story. So even though it was my mom who sold a home, I had her call in, and it wasn't that cold, but essentially that's the thing. If I get in the middle of it, especially with people that past clients that have your cell phone number, they're going to reach back out to you. You got to say, hey, listen, Judy, every time I try to get this set up on my own, we've got a process that gives us these awesome success rates. And let me do this. Let me put you in touch with Ashlyn in the office, and she's going to take all the information on the home, all your improvements, and just set up a time for us to connect. And every time they'll say yes. So it's got to follow that process every time. Most of our leads, and we get a lot of people that come from a phone jockey type, phone warrior, standing behind a podium, prospecting type world, which is cool. But most of our leads come through branded direct response sources. So I learned back in the day, if you haven't read some of Dan Kennedy's books on direct marketing, especially his direct marketing, it's kind of like the Bible of direct response marketers. You definitely want to consume that book. Everything has to have a call to action. Everything should have a USP, a deadline or some scarcity if possible. Like there's very, very strict sort of guidelines to how you want your marketing to be. And that's the way that we work. So we don't have any outbound calling effort, and we still maintain the margins that we maintain. People that are really hard on outbound calling, they'll say, oh yeah, you buy your business. Yeah, of course I buy my business, but I do it in such a way where it's a calculated return, right? So manning a team of inside salespeople is risky, right? And it's not necessarily the easiest thing that you'll ever do if some of you have tried to do it or do it yourselves. And just the nature of the mindset around the call, no matter what the market is, you have to bring some doubt into the mind of the seller prospect that if you don't use us, bad things will happen. And we always end with the question, Mr. Seller, if we come out to the property, you just love the marketing, our approach, we're going to do the best job, get you the best price, least amount of time. We agree on a pricing strategy and a commission structure. Will you be ready to move forward and get your house on the market when we meet? It doesn't matter how they answer it. Everyone should write down the question. That has to be the last question that the person that's doing the seller intake asks. Because if it's yes, then you're game on. You better be ready to close them. And if they say, well, we're meeting with 4 other agents, you've got to know that as well.